The following is a brief description and demonstration of guided relaxation, used to remove stress from the body. This is one of the best coping skills that you can use for anxiety and is meant to be used on a regular basis, not when you're actually experiencing acute anxiety. For the purposes of this exercise, we're going to assume a laying down posture. We're going to do the yoga posture of corpse position. And what you need to do is find an area of floor that you can lay on comfortably. If you have nice soft carpet, that's fine. You could also roll out a yoga mat or just lay on a rug. But I find that laying down versus sitting to do this exercise allows for deeper relaxation and again drains more stress from the body. When you find a place that you can lay down, you want to lay down flat on your back, legs uncrossed, arms at your side, with your palms facing up. Now as we go through this exercise, we're going to breathe a little bit differently than most people do. Most Americans tend to breathe up in their chest more than down in their belly, and breathing up in your chest can actually cause emotions to go up. We want our emotions and stress to go down. So throughout this exercise, we're going to be breathing down near our belly. So when you breathe in, your belly should extend outwards, and when you breathe out, your belly should go back down. It's okay to take a little time to practice this because, again, it's a little out of the ordinary for most Americans. I've read that in Eastern cultures, this is a little bit more common practice, a little bit more typical, but it's not something we focus a lot on. So again, just take a little time to focus on your breathing for a second while you're laying down and really get used to breathing down near your belly. Now today our goal is going to be two-part. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to relax the mind. Again, we as Americans often live a very fast-paced lifestyle, or one that's full of constant distractions. And so the brain is getting constant stimulation, and to relax it, we need to slow it down. We can achieve this by giving the brain only one thing to focus on. Focusing on just one thing in repetition is very easy for the brain and allows it to relax. Once our brain is relaxed, then we can focus on the second goal of our practice today, which is to relax the body. By relaxing the body, we drain built up stress and tension that's the result of just day-to-day wear, little stressors that pop up throughout the day, or even ongoing anxiety. Our goal here is to try to empty the tanks so we can start over again. We can get that stress out of our body and be ready to face new challenges as they come without it feeling overwhelming or stressing us out even more. So at this point, you should be laying on a comfortable surface, legs uncrossed, arms out to your side a little bit, hands up. And again, this is called corpse position because, well, you should kind of look like a dead body at this point. We're breathing down in our belly, nice even breaths. You should have been practicing this for a few minutes just to get used to it. Now, as your body and your mind are relaxing, you may occasionally feel the urge to take a big deep breath down in your belly, and that's okay. Your breathing doesn't have to be totally consistent throughout the exercise. It's just normal for when your body's relaxing to occasionally take a big deep breath in and let a big deep breath out. For the next several minutes, we're going to focus on relaxing the mind. We're going to relax the mind by only allowing ourselves to focus on our breathing. We're going to think the word in every time that we breathe in, and we're going to think the word out every time that we breathe out. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. Now, other thoughts may try to come into your mind, pop into your mind, and that's okay. That's very normal. But what we want to do is we want to push these thoughts aside and refocus on our breathing. Thinking in when we breathe in and out when we breathe out. Every time that we take a breath, when we breathe in, we think in. When we breathe out, we think out. And we only allow ourselves to think about these two words. Other thoughts keep trying to pop into our mind. We're just going to push them over to the side, refocus on our breathing, breathing down in our belly, thinking in when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And we're going to just take our time here. We may spend several minutes just focusing on our breathing. Thinking in when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And slowly our mind is going to start to relax. It's okay to let your mind relax, to feel yourself slow down and slip off a little bit. The mind doesn't drift, it just kind of settles gently on those two words. In when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. And you slowly start to feel your mind calm and relax. Thoughts and distractions start to drift away. You start to notice things around you less and less as they drift away. And we just focus on in when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. And our mind relaxes. In when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. And relax. And you can take as long as you need to here. Just focusing on your breathing. In when you breathe in, and out when you breathe out. Relaxes the mind. Lets it let go. can spread that feeling to the rest of the body. We're going to imagine for this exercise that where we're laying is actually made out of sand. And slowly as we relax, we're going to feel our body settle down into the sand more and more. Still just focusing on our breathing. In when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. And as the mind relaxes, the body will start to relax. And we're going to help the body relax. As you're focusing on your breathing, I want you to think that word, relax, let go, get heavy, and sink down into the sand just a little bit. Still focusing on our breathing, in when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. And relax. Now we're going to go over the different parts of the body, and we're going to help each part of our body to relax. We're going to drain the tension out of our body and relax, one part at a time. We're going to start at the bottom of our body and work up. As we're focusing on our breathing, in when we breathe in and out when we breathe out, we're going to shift our attention down to our feet. And we're going to become aware of our feet. And we're going to tell our feet to relax, to let go, to get heavy, and to feel them settle into the sand just a little bit. Relax, let go, and sink down into the sand just a little bit. You can feel them get heavy as they start to relax. We think that word, relax, in when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And once our feet are relaxed, we're going to move up to the lower parts of our legs, our calves, our shins. And we're going to tell them to relax. We're going to tell them to get heavy, to let go. And as our feet and our calves relax, we feel our lower legs get heavy. We tell them to let go, to sink down into the sand just a little bit. Relax. Let go. Relax. We give them permission to get heavy as they relax. Your mind's still focused on our breathing. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And we think the word relax. We're going to move our attention up again to our upper legs, our thighs, our quads, our hamstrings. in our whole pelvic region. And we're going to tell this upper part of our legs and our waist to relax. Tell your thighs and your quads to relax, to let go. You're going to feel yourself sink down into the sand just a little bit. As you let your upper legs get heavy and relax. You feel your pelvis relax and sink just a little more. Let all those muscles relax and let go as they start to sink into the sand just a little bit. And we scan back over our legs, back down to our calves, back down to our feet, and we tell everything below our waist to relax, to get heavy, to let go. We tell everything below our waist to sink into the sand just a little bit, to relax, to let go. Still thinking in when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. Everything below our waist just gets heavier as it lets go. Now we shift our attention to our hands. Feel our hands relax. We tell them to get heavy. We tell them to let go. Relax, let go. We feel our hands and our wrists start to slide into the sand just a little bit, just to settle on the surface, to get heavy, to let go. Let your hands get heavy. Let them relax and settle into the sand. We're going to feel that pull on the lower part of our arms as our hands get heavy. And we can let the lower part of our arms settle into the sand as well. We can tell them to relax, tell them to let go. We let the whole bottom part of our arms and hands get heavy, relax, and settle into the sand just a little more. Relax, let go. And as they get heavy, they pull on the upper part of our arms. And we let them sink into the floor a little as well. Settle into the sand. We let them relax. We tell them to let go, to get heavy, to relax. Their upper arms get heavy and they settle into the sand just a little bit as we tell them to let go. We tell them to relax. And now from the tips of our fingers up to our shoulders. Both arms are heavy. They relax and they let go. And they settle into the sand a little more. And as they relax and let go, we shift our attention up to the top of our shoulders and the base of our neck. In this particularly tense spot, we start to feel it settle into the sand just a little. We tell this spot where our neck meets our shoulders to relax, to let go, to get heavy, to sink. We start to feel our shoulder blades get heavy, relax and let go. And our back starts to sink into the sand and relax and let go. We move our attention down to our lower back. We tell it to relax, to let go. And we feel our lower back and pelvis sink into the sand just a little more. When it sinks, we let our middle back relax and go with it. Let go, get heavy. Our shoulder blades, the base of our shoulders relax and get heavy and let go. And as we sink just a little bit, we feel our chest and our stomach relax with it. We feel it let go. We feel our whole torso settle into the sand a little more. As the stress in our body leaks out into the floor, into the sand. Our torso and our limbs get heavy. They relax and they let go. And we think in when we breathe in and out when we breathe out. And we relax. We relax our neck. Slowly we feel it start to let go. We feel it start to relax. We feel the back of our neck get heavy and relax and settle into the sand. The back of our head starts to get heavy and relax and let go. You feel your head and neck settle into the sand just a little bit. As your head gets heavy and relaxes, the top of your head gets heavy and relaxes. You feel your head sink into the sand just a little more. You relax your forehead and your temples. You tell those muscles to let go, to relax. You relax the eyes, relax the face, Tell it to let go. Relax your jaw. Let it let go and relax. Even your tongue. You let your tongue and your mouth relax and let go, and your whole face and head get heavy along with your neck, and it just settles down into the sand a little more. And now from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head, your whole body relaxes. It lets go. It gets heavy. It settles into the sand just a little more. And still the only thought we have is in when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And to relax, to let go, to get heavy. We scan back over the body for any areas that still may be tight. Anything down in the legs that's tight, we tell it to relax, to let go, to get heavy, to relax. We let our back sink into the sand as we scan back over it for anything that may still be tight. Our back and our neck, we tell it to relax, to let go. Our arms and shoulders, relax, let go, get heavy, sink. Scanning back over the body for anything that still holds tension. We find it, we tell it to relax, we tell it to let go. We get heavy as we sink down into the sand a little more, just settling on the surface. Now that we're relaxed, we can stay this way as long as we want to. Just laying here, focusing on our breathing, in when we breathe in, out when we breathe out. And we relax, and we get heavy, and we let go. And all of our stress drains out into the sand. We can stay here and just focus on our breathing. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out, and relax. In when we breathe in, out when we breathe out, and relax. Now slowly, we start to come back to ourselves. Still focusing on our breathing. In when we breathe in, and out when we breathe out. We start to become more aware of who we are and where we are. And we slowly start to wake up. Our mind comes back to itself. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes again. Your body's relaxed, and so if you try to sit up, you may find that you're a bit heavy, but this will wear off shortly. If you've done well with this exercise, you'll find for the next little bit, you should be rejuvenated, you should be relaxed. It should feel kind of like you've had a nap for about the last 30 minutes or so. Body should feel nice and loose now that we've gotten the tension out of it. And you may also experience some cognitive side effects for the next several hours. When we relax the mind, we stop worrying about little things as much. And so you can enjoy the next couple hours knowing that you don't have as much to worry about and that little things won't affect you. I encourage people to use guided relaxation and to use it regularly. Using it daily or every other day for 20, 30, 45 minutes, just allowing yourself that time to relax and get stress and tension out of the body is so good for us. It's an amazing self-care, and it's one of the best things we can do for anxiety. If you'll do this regularly for about 2 or 3 weeks, I think you'll notice a sharp decline in any anxious symptoms that you have. So, do yourself a favor, do me a favor, and do this regularly. See what it does for you and your health. And remember that self-care and guided relaxation can be an important part of our mental and physical health. I hope you enjoyed the exercise. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you'll use this recording again.